Why the hill is red. There is a little hill in Singapore known to the people as Red Hill. If you asked the very old folk living close by why the hill is red, they will probably tell you this story. Many, many years ago, there was a time when the sea around Singapore was filled with swordfish. The big waves brought them in, and people weren't able to swim in the sea or even stroll the water's edge for fear of attack by these savage fish. Fishermen, too, were prevented from earning their living, for the swordfish tore their nets and damaged their boats. At last, the Raja of Singapore decided that something must be done to get rid of the swordfish. He ordered the soldiers to form a line along the beach where the fish were plentiful and to spear them as they came in with the waves. Accordingly, the soldiers placed themselves in position, each with a spear in one hand and a shield in the other. As the tide came in, the soldiers stood ready to attack. But they had no time to do so, for the swordfish rushed upon them and pierced them with their needle-sharp swords. Many were killed and more were injured. The Raja ordered a new line of men to take their place, but again the fish struck them down. This happened time and time again. All this happened while a young boy was watching the scene from a safe distance. There was a puzzled look on his face. At last, he went up to the Raja and said, "Why do you let all these soldiers be killed?" "What else can I do, boy?" said the Raja. "If you were to put a line of banana tree logs along the beach instead of soldiers, the fish would be stopped and no one would be killed," answered the boy. The Raja was struck by the wisdom of the boy's suggestion. At once, he ordered his men to cut down as many banana trees as they could find and built a wall of them along the beach. This the soldiers did very quickly, for there was a grove of banana trees nearby. Soon the sea began to roll in, and the water was white with swordfish. There were so many of them. The waves rushed against the wall of banana logs, carrying the swordfish with them. Their swords pierced the soft flesh of the banana trees and stuck there. When the waves receded, thousands of swordfish were left helpless, and the soldiers were able to hack them to pieces with their parangs. This happened again and again until, at last, there was not a single swordfish left in the water. The Raja was happy to see the last of the swordfish. But later, as he thought about the young boy's cleverness, he became uneasy. When he grows up, such a wise boy could be a danger to my throne, he said to himself. The more he thought about it, the greater became his fear. At last, he told the captain of the guards how very worried he was. The captain, without delay, went off to get rid of the boy, thinking that this was what the Raja intended. That night, he sent 4 soldiers to the little hut on top of a hill where the boy lived. Finding him asleep in the hut, they slew him instantly. His blood ran down the hill, turning the earth red as it went. To this very day, the earth of the little hill is red, and the people there call it Red Hill.